Hello, everyone. This is Commissioner Dick Schutz of the Central Minnesota's Finest League, welcoming everybody back to another week's worth of reviewing and previewing in our Fantasy Football League. Now, before I continue, I just want to remind everybody my voice sounds a little bit hoarse because I'm dealing with a little bit of a head cold right now. Just one enough to piss me off, It just sucks. This time of the year, weather changes, gets a little colder, and sure enough, I always seem to get the cold bug. But despite that, I am still definitely determined to get this reviewing and previewing done, and I'm very excited to do so. Now, before I begin reviewing and previewing, I just want to send my condolences out to Gregory Turtle Pokachnik. Over this last weekend, he lost his grandmother. To my knowledge, I just believe it was, congestive heart failure. She passed away in her sleep peacefully. So I want to send out my condolences to Turtle. I hope everybody in our league does the same. Never easy losing a family member. So again, Turtle, my best goes out to you and your family. And, just keep chugging along, man. So without further ado, a little bit of depressing news to share with everybody. But we do have some fantasy football to talk about. And I want to jump right from that to a huge trade that went down today, November 7th. This morning at 11:35 a.m., we had a trade go through. That's right. It involved Quack Attack, Ryan's team, and Dusty's team. So, let's go ahead and break down that trade before we review week number 9 in our Fantasy Football League. Ryan agreed to trade away rookie Chris Thompson, rookie Kareem Hunt, and his previous rookie hold in Dak Prescott, plus his 20th round draft pick to Dusty. And Dusty gave up Matthew Stafford, quarterback, Detroit Lions, Amari Cooper, one of his veteran holds, Oakland's wide receiver, and Jay Ajayi, now Philadelphia Eagles running back. And Dusty also gave up his 3rd round draft pick. For surely a monumental blockbuster that when you break it all down right now, though it is hard to do so, you got to look at both teams and say, yes, they absolutely got the best deal that they could. Ryan gives up a lot of young rookie talent plus his previous rookie hold, but on the flip side, he gets 2 very good players, veteran players, in Stafford and Cooper, and he gets Ajayi, who could resurrect his season now with a new team. Ryan also gets a very early draft pick in 2018 draft. If he hits on that, then Ryan sets himself up for a good 2018 campaign as well. So, again, when you break this down, I think both teams definitely win in this trade. When you talk about Dusty, he has the ability now to put a rookie claim and a keeper hold on either Chris Thompson or Kareem Hunt. More than likely, it'll be Kareem Hunt, probably the offensive rookie of the year. So, there is our first trade of the 2017 season. It's in the books, it's finalized, it's official, it is done. Now let's go ahead and review week number 9 in our Fantasy Football League. For the first time and only time this season, we had 4 non-divisional matchups. All 4 matchups were non-divisional. So let's dip right on in. The first one I want to talk about is between Ryan's team and Kyle's team. Kyle took Ryan to the barn and beat the crap out of him, 224 to 145. Kyle now improves to 5-4 in the league. Ryan falls to 6-3. The second matchup I want to talk about is Jared versus Mike. Jared beats Mike 165 to 129. Jared is now 4-5, and Mike falls to 2-7. The third matchup I want to talk about is between Turtle and Stephanie. Stephanie beats Turtle 198 to 156. Steph is now 5-4, and Turtle falls to 4-5. The fourth and final matchup in week number 9 is between Troy and Dusty. And Troy gets the better of Dusty 195 to 139. Troy improves to 6-3, while Dusty falls to 4-7. A very mediocre week when you break it down and you average everybody's point totals out. A lot of really good teams on buys, which means a lot of our really good front end players were on the bench. But moving forward, there doesn't seem to be as many really good teams on the same bye week. So I don't think we'll have too much of an issue moving forward. But nonetheless, you got to work around bye weeks. Everybody deals with them. So as a manager, you just got to suck it up and put out the best lineups regardless. After week 9's wins and losses throughout, here is the updated standings. In the purple division, Ryan still leads the way at 6-3. He's now 4-2 in the division. He has lost 2 in a row. In second place in the purple division is Steph. She is 5-4 and now 3-3 in the division. In third place in the purple division is Dusty. He is 4-5 and he is also 3-3 in the division. Mike is in fourth place in the purple division. He is 2-7 overall and 2-4 in the division. In the gold division, we have Troy. He is in first place, leading the way. He is 6-3 overall and 5-1 in the division. He has won 2 in a row. In second place in the gold division is Kyle. He is now 5-4 and 2-4 in the division. Kyle has won 2 games in a row as well. In third place in the gold division is Turtle. He is 4-5 overall, 3-3 in the division, and he has lost 2 straight games. And in fourth place in the gold division is Jared. He is 4-5 overall and 2-4 in the division. So if you go down the line and you review all the standings, you probably have determined that yes, every single one of us has had 6 divisional games, and all of us have 3 more out of the next 4 fantasy football weeks. So, big matchups coming up here in our fantasy football season. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the playoff picture. As I said in our previous video, we will now go and look at our playoff picture, and here is the updated playoff picture after week number 9. Ryan and Troy would both obtain a first round bye in the quarterfinals as the 1 and 2 seeds respectively, and our quarterfinal matchups would look like this. Kyle would play against Turtle as the 4 and 5 matchup, and Steph would play against Jared in the 3-6 matchup in the quarterfinals. Again, we reseed after the first round in the quarterfinals, so come semifinals, the highest seed will play the number 1 overall team, which is Ryan at this time. He's got the number 1 seed. All right. Now let's go ahead and preview week number 10 as we just get done reviewing week number 9. We have 4 huge divisional matchups coming up here in week 10 that very well could start turning in some playoff teams, and it could also put in a damper for a couple teams as well and put them behind the 8 ball moving forward. The first matchup I want to talk about is between Troy and Kyle. This is the marquee matchup so far in week number 10. Troy is 6-3 and Kyle is 5-4. Troy is leading the way in the gold division, and he is 6-3. Kyle is 5-4, and he's 4th overall and in 2nd place in the gold division. Both teams are 1-1 against each other, so the winner of this game will for surely be in 1st place in the gold division. If Kyle wins, he would have the same record as Troy, but he would have the tiebreaker, so he would move to the top spot. Whereas if Troy wins, not only does he keep the top spot, but he also gains another game on Kyle. So a huge matchup for both teams. This very well could decide who wins that gold division moving forward. The second matchup I want to talk about is between Turtle and Jared. Both teams are 4-5. Both teams are in the playoffs. As it stands, Turtle's in 5th place and Jared is in 6th place. So, for the winner of this matchup, they for surely continue staying in the playoff race. The loser is jeopardizing their playoff chances. As it stands right now, Jared and Turtle are both 1-1 against each other. So again, the winner of this matchup gains the tiebreaker. Remember, all of us play our divisional foes 3 times, and all of us will finish with one of our 3 divisional foes here in week 10. All of us will have played 3 games against the team you're playing against this week. So, for Turtle and Jared, big game. Again, the winner pretty much cements themselves into the playoff picture, and the loser is treading water. The third matchup I want to talk about is between Ryan and Steph. Ryan is 1st overall in the purple division. He's 1st overall in our league at 6-3. And Steph is in 3rd place overall at 5-4 and in 2nd place in the purple division. After this week, again, the winner will be in 1st place in the purple division. We have legitimately 2 matchups this week, this late in the season, that will determine who is in 1st place in the purple and gold divisions. That's what I'm talking about when I say parity in our league and excitement in our league. You can't make this stuff up. These are huge matchups. Again, Ryan and Steph are 1-1 against each other. The winner gains the tiebreaker and again will be in 1st place after week 10 in the purple division. The 4th matchup I want to talk about is between Mike's team and Dusty's team. Mike is 2-7 overall. He's in 8th place in our league. He's in 4th place in the purple division. And Dusty is 4-5. He is 3rd place in the purple division. He's 7th place overall, which means he's not in the playoffs at this time. But if Dusty gets a win here, he definitely gets himself back up there into that 6th spot because Jared or Turtle will have to lose this week unless there's a tie, which is the chances of that are very small. So, Dusty, if he wins, will gain a game on the loser between Jared and Turtle, which means he would be back into that 6th spot. Now, for Mike, this is very important. If Mike loses this week, he will officially be eliminated from making the playoffs this season. The reason why is because Jared, Turtle, and Dusty all have the tiebreaker over Mike if they finish with the same record. So, Mike, you lose this week, your playoff chances go down to 0%. So, you win out, maybe you got a chance. If you don't, Mike, you're out. And if Dusty does beat Mike, that means Dusty would have gone 3-0 against Mike this season. He is currently 2-0 as it stands. So, huge matchups. This is what I wanted to see when I created the schedule early on before the season started. And this is what I was hoping as far as parity goes in our league. By far, when you look at 1 through 8, actually 1 through 7, you look at 1 through 7 in our league, it's as close as it's ever been in the 4 years of this league's existence. And moving forward, I really hope that continues. As it stands right now, this is pretty exciting to watch and to see. I wish everybody the best of luck here in week number 10.